Hello, hello, hello. Just getting the stream started here. We're trying out a new setup here, so hopefully this is our kind of beta test. I'm gonna have to try to get sounds and different things to work properly, but I think that we're doing pretty good. Where? Okay, so I've recently moved over to Streamlabs OBS, so let's start with this. That's always fun. And then I'm trying to get Stream Elements to work. So this is kind of, like I said, kind of the beta test. I'm kind of teaching myself how to do this all correctly. So y'all get to see how this turns out. Hey, Brady. Hello there. Alright, so it is 2 in the afternoon, basically. 1:57, starting the stream a couple minutes early. Just trying to get this to work. Here we go. There's no news. We moved some things. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, PLK Sanctuary. Hey, how you doing? Isabelle being cute, as she is with every day, every morning. I'm trying a new setup here, so like I said, just trying to try things out. You'll see that I have the Stream Elements set up here. I think that I can't tell if y'all can see that on YouTube, but I do have some new changes. You'll see the bottom. I'm totally like trying to make this work. This is the test run, so cool. We get to do the test run during our main stream. Haha. I have not actually played this at all today. I ate food and then that was that. But I did a bunch of work yesterday on my island. I'm going to show off here in a moment. What did Ruby send me? Hey Chime, it's always fun to chat with you. You make me happy and I thought I'd tell you so. In fact, spoiler alert, a lot of folks like you and care about you and wish they could buy an action figure of you. It's true. I'd buy 2, Ruby. That is adorable. She is my baby bunny. Like, no one ever talked bad about Ruby. Not in front of me. You'll see that I had to order a bunch of stuff. I've been slowly, you'll notice the Nook mileage program, I've been ordering a ton of the power lines, because it's something that you see a lot in Japan, and you guys know that I do the Japanese theming to my town, essentially. We're gonna get everything, and then slowly I should also have stars showing up on my beach, so I'm gonna wait and get that going. That, like, only one spawns like every couple few minutes or something. It's annoying when you have 20. Alright, so you all know about this wall, right? With the cats. I have the lucky cats up on the wall here. And then the panels. What you all don't know, however, is that I revamped the arcade. The arcade is totally different. I made it where you could actually sit down to play some Mahjong. I thought that was cute, honestly. I got that box sofa like yesterday, day before. I was just trying to... I was on someone's island and they said I could buy the stuff, so I said, well, I'm buying the pink sofa, I guess. also added this. You'll notice that I expanded, made the wall tall, moved where open, so it's up. It's actually really cool. In the nighttime, you can actually see it from like here. So it's this nice city look to it. Additionally, I revamped this section here. I'm thinking I'm going to probably put a simple panel right here instead of this. Just one simple panel right up against it. But other than that, I'm going to tinker with it. I'll probably tinker with it while on stream here. I also revamped this entire section. This is why I needed the simple panels. I'm going to put simple panels all up against this wall right here. To give it a little bit more oomph, I guess. I like how it turned out. So what you'll see, the simple panels will have designs on them. I've bought a bunch, and then I have to pick up some from my wife, her account. I ordered 5 through her as well. We also traded a Statue of Liberty that I got just in my random travels with a Sphinx. So that's fun. I got a Sphinx. Been revamping the village as well. Last time I streamed, I was going through this. We've got multiple houses that we have to still move. We've gotten, what, 3 or 4 of them now in place. 1, 2, 3, 4 in place. This here, I have to add a little extra pathway, the stoop here. That's, O'Hare's house got moved here. I'm thinking this is gonna be Flurry's plot here. And then this is gonna be Bertha's. I actually made her a little book nook because she's a little, like, book nerd. And then this is gonna be Ruby's. And this is gonna be Kabuki's. Oh, cool. Since O'Hare's house moved, I can finish this fence. His house was here. You'll see that I've got stars. I'm literally just kind of waiting. Oh, we got Gulliver today. Let's try to wake him. Yeah, like I said, this is the first time I've been in the game today, so I had no idea who I had or anything. Who's at the helm? Just give me 5 more minutes. Come on, wake up. Wake up, Gulliver. You'll notice in the stream, I don't know if you are seeing it on other platforms other than Twitch, but Stream Elements, I've kind of set up some basic alerts in the chat with the chatbot. So I don't have to keep telling people that there's no dodo code. If there's dodo code, it's on the screen. Like, simple as that. New merch. I'm trying out this weird beta thing that is in Stream Elements. Thank you so much for the lurk, Diz. Always happy to have you. I'm building myself up, so if you're listening, Diz, I'm trying out Stream Elements. I have never tried it, so it's essentially this entire like layout and overlay and everything is all basically my in beta. That's a good way to put it. Over talks too much. Come on. Just gotta get his stuff and move on. Don't mind me sipping a little bit of coffee. Of course, I'm gonna help you find your stuff. Let's go. Let's do the thing. I don't know if you're still in here, Jack. I just saw that you said not bad you. I'm good. Just trying to get things to work. Trying to learn how to be a proper streamer, because I've been doing VODs for so long, it's night and day, basically. Alright, so I should have 20 total star fragments. 2, 3, 4. I know a bunch have landed, so that's why I'm grabbing them now. 5. It takes probably a good half hour or so for them all to appear. Hey, one of each, right there. Ooh, I always like getting the largest, because the large star fragments means that I can make more things. Lyman is thinking about leaving the island. You know, let me think about it. I've got a bunch of tickets. Alright, like Nook Mile tickets. Let me ask my wife if she wants him to go. Because she might be okay with that. He is one of our very first villagers, so we might have a chance at getting some good options. We are gonna wait for her response. She is... Since it's her island, I don't want to say yes to... It's technically her island. Technically her island. But that means that he'll be in boxes tomorrow, which means that someone out there is going to want a really cute little green koala, I'm sure. But I feel like I've got other options. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to go ask her in person. I will be right back. Alright, we have an actual answer. Have a great day, Lyman. Basically, my wife started a new island on a new Switch, and the fact that she didn't want him, after telling me that I should keep him weeks ago, tells me everything I need to know. Alright, well, Lyman will be in boxes tomorrow. Awesome. I'm sure someone would be willing to trade for him, kind of deal. Or just want him in general. He's a really nice character. He's super friendly, super chill. He's not mean to anyone. He's a jock, but he's just not one of my dreamies. So I'd rather go for one of the villagers that I would like to have personally. And we have like 40 Nook Mall tickets, so Might as well. Okay, so how many are we up to? We are up to 7, so we're at 11, 12, 13. Okay, we have 7 more that we have to find. Whoever finds this! I found this DIY recipe written in my dream journal this morning. I don't remember writing it down. I didn't want to waste a good idea, so now I'm sharing this with you. My recipe is yours to try now. Best wishes, Jembette. We got the rocking horse. I already knew it. And what was in our balloon? The loom. It's just a giant loom. If I wanted to turn my house into essentially the movie Wanted, I could have a bunch of those. Oh, it's one of the big butterflies. Might as well grab that while it's fluttering right nearby. Cool. Awesome. We got this. Do we have any rocks in our garden? Oh, we got a fossil. We had some people watering yesterday, so we might actually have something grown in. Yeah, we got something here. It looks like we got some sort of rose. There's another fossil up there. I'm gonna have to go get another shovel. I just wanted to see if they had rocks in the garden. And a third fossil here. Well, that's good. One of the rocks did grow. We got a new bloom, it looks like. I think that's an orange. And we got a new green mum. Awesome. Could be worse. Could be worse. It's just chilling right in front of the door. Alright. We are. And you're just sitting there. That's Bertha. That's the one that I made the little book nook for, that we're moving her house. I think that we're going to move one other today, and then Bertha's the one after her. I wanted to do it in a very specific order, to make it easier to start moving people. Oh yeah, it's the shovel that broke. Not the net. The shovel. I bought a bunch of shovels the other day, because I was in the middle of excavating and moving trees and flowers and everything, so I bought a ton of extras. In the meantime, we have not actually been in Nook's Cranny yet. Let's see if we got anything worth buying. We might. We might. We have one thing. I already have these 2 things, but this seems fun. 44,000? Yeah, sure, I'll buy it. Yay! Table tennis. Let's see what my turnip prices are. 102? We're over 100? Aw, yeah! I don't have any turnips, to be fair. Let's head out. We need to look at Abel's. We have not seen Abel's either. There's really not a lot of clothes that I'm really missing that I'm like, I gotta have that. But once in a blue moon, I'm like, maybe I should grab that. So far, I'm not seeing anything. Like I said, once in a blue moon, I'm like, that's not bad. Cycling shorts. Princess dress, elegant hat, the fairy tale hood. Got the bubble gum, the funny glasses. The pacifier I've only seen like once before, but other than that, no, I don't think that there's anything that I'm like, I gotta have that. The Kandura. I think I have the work apron already. I know I've got the chef outfits, I have all of those. I have the purple flannel. Yeah, there's just nothing here that I need that I'm like, ooh. I did that yard sale the other day. It was over 300 items, like 300 to 350, somewhere in there. And in the end, I had 13 left. I made about 600,000 Vels and like 7 Nook Miles tickets on it. So, it's something. We would like to go get our fossil. I've been slowly making them, have very little places, very few places to be able to spawn. So it is interesting to see them spawn here. Slowly covering the land with tiles and with things, and it forces the fossils into places that they normally wouldn't show up that much. And I gotta do something with that rock later, but the fact that only one showed up is probably a good thing. Alright, let's see if I can find the other fossils. Oh, there's one. There's probably 5? I would assume there's either 4 or 5. I think there's 5 on an island. But I never see the 5th one, and I think it just might be because my wife grabs it. We did this campsite the other day. It came out really good. We added pathways yesterday to the orchard. That came out really good. I'm not seeing the fossils here. Or anything, for that matter. This is our money tree spot. I'll handle that later. This is our extra trees that we'll use in... so, to show you what I plan to do. So we've got the first layer, which has 3 homes. 3 homes here. Second layer has 3 homes. Right here. Next layer and the layer after that are going to have 2. And then we won't have anything here in this area. Where Bertha's house is currently is where I'm going to recreate the Heart Lake that I used to have up on the second layer. I should probably see if anyone's crafting. That might be a good thing to do now. If there's a 5th one, it might be upstairs or something. No, O'Hare's not crafting. Neither of you are there. Phoebe I just saw a minute ago. I know she's not home. We gotta actually find Gulliver's parts here in a moment. You're not home, you're not home, you're not home. Maybe Sprinkles crafting? Might be useful. She is. What are you doing? Well, making a cabin wall. I think I have cabin wall, so it'll go in the pile. My giveaway pile when I have visitors, friends over, and stuff like that. Ta-da! Ah, yes. Going back to... Basically, we're just waiting for the stars to respawn. If I were... Hey, D46. That was wrong. There we go. It is a manila. That is not a rusted part. So we're 0 for 1. I'm not seeing any clams. We're just trying to get Gulliver's parts, and I can't find any. Drop off cabin, wall, and rocking horse for that matter. Rock. There's one. And I still missed somehow. There we go. One part. Thank God. Okay. Number 2. We're also using this at time to be able to search for my star fragments. So, it's double whammy. You forgot to sub last time. Watched the stream, play that game on your island. Found the stream in my recommended. It's because you have visited my stream before, which put me in your recommended. So, muhaha. I am basically the glitter of your YouTube now. Hey, Diva! EG fam! Number 3. This is such a process to try to look for clams. The very first one I picked up wasn't even the part. It was an actual clam. Go. Hey. That's a Tauros. Wait, I think the game I played was someone else. You were the one with the yard sale. I am the yard sale. I was the yard sale. That was me. But by all means, feel free to follow me. I do a bunch of stuff. Right now, we are hunting for communicator parts and star fragments. Should be at what, 4? Yeah, I got 4 of those. How many star fragments do I have? I got 9. So I have 16. I have 4 more to find on star fragments on the beach, because I did the full 20. There's the last communicator part. We can start heading back that way now. Going back to Gulliver. Oh, that lag. Trying to go into my town, because so with custom designs, if you have too many going on, it makes the game chug a little bit. But it's pretty. So it's like, do I want to sacrifice the prettiness of my island when I can... There we go. I'm right there. When I can do... you know, I want... Do I want speed or do I want beauty, basically? And in this case, I went with beauty. Rudder with it from another. Udder. Udder? Rudder. Cool. So, Gulliver's done. Now we still need 4 more stars, which will show up over the next handful of minutes, I should say. But we are still going to walk the beach, in case any do show up in the meantime. As we head towards the museum to get the fossils looked at. Taking the long way around. The very long way around. One thing that I think that I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do today, is swap over to my wife's account, and I'm going to add a way to get into here, maybe carve this out and turn it into the staircase, because I have one extra staircase now, so I want to try to make it as easy as I can on all sides. There is no star fragment there. So we take this around and around. Yeah, I didn't give myself enough room to get a fossil there, so... Or I may have, honestly. That might be a spot that a fossil could spawn. Now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe I only got 4 fossils. I might have a 5th one hiding somewhere, but I'm fine with it, because I'm actually good on fossils. I actually got rid of, like, 30 of them the other day. Alright. Assess fossils. He can't take them all. He wants them for his personal collection. I want to give them to his personal collection. He would be very happy with them. Rather than me taking them to Nook. Alright, so I got the Dunkleosteus. That's how you say it. The Archelon tail, the Spino skull, and a mammoth torso. Cool. Bunch of things I don't actually need, I guess. But I need them for the fossil assessment. Ta-da! 1,000! Alright. So, moving along. I gotta reorganize this eventually, but the eventual plan is Able Sisters is going to the 2nd level. It's gonna take 2 moves. You have to move her up here, so their place is gonna be right here essentially, and then I'll move them back to essentially exactly where they are right now, except on a 2nd level. But the houses have priority right this second. Oh. You want to buy my doctor's coat. How much? Wow. Too expensive. Sure. When you have the option, and it's there, you always give them a second try. There we go. Cool. I already have the doctor's coat, so I didn't really need it or anything, but whatever. This orchard looks so nice. I am so happy with how this has turned out. I'm gonna change up how the flowers look eventually on the edges of everything, but that's after all the houses get moved. See, like all these flowers, they're actually in a nice pattern, weirdly. But, I plan to do something a little different with them. I just have to have the space for it. And right now, until I move all the houses, I don't have the space. Still needing, like, 4 of my fragments. This part always takes a while. Those last few just are like hanger-ons kind of thing. There's one. One. And then we'll get 3 on this tiny little split of a beach. No. Alright, so we are at 17. The other 3 will show up. It's just going to be a little while, I'm guessing. So we're just going to go through and do what we plan to do, and then we'll check in a little while. One thing that I would like to do while on stream is get the simple panels taken care of that I have, and that I have like 5 more coming my way. So, and then I want to start trying to see where utility poles might fit. I'm not going to just yet. But I have about, I think, like 9 or 10 of those. Darkness coat. Balloon can go in here. You go in here. What I did was I also got an extra marketplace decoration, so that'll be fun. And the simple panel I picked up. I have to grab the other one off of the wall because I'm going to customize them all. One thing that one person paid, I don't remember who it was, but one of the people paid for the yard sale by dropping like 44 customization kits, which just, they get used, and 44 of them is probably about, what, 3,000 for 5 of them, I think? So, it's close enough to what I was asking for. I said, sure, why not? The fact that I got 4 large fragments makes me happy, because that's 4 large objects that I can make extra. On top of yesterday, so what I do is I try to find someone who's offering stargazing every day, the Celeste and stargazing. So I've got 7 large fragments in here and a bunch of the normal star fragments. And honestly, I don't need this many tourists, but they'll sell well eventually. So, no complaints. Someone out there's going to be looking for tourists, because it's the cute bathtub. It's this thing right here that you use it for. Okay, so what I am thinking is that I have to go grab this one little tiny panel, but we're going to check the beaches first on the way through. Nothing there. Nothing up this sleeve. Nothing up this sleeve. And we go around. Eventually this won't be a problem, but right now it's a mess. Patty is still doing yoga in the same place that I left her, and now Bertha has joined her. That's funny. Let's see. Let's see what my needs are for the day. Plant trees, sell shells, customize items, complete DIYs. So these 2 will be easy. I'll just make something, and then I'm definitely gonna do at least 2. I have to do all the panels for customization. Catching bugs will be one of my priorities during the stream, but it'll be for, like, big bugs. Expensive bugs or something. Lyman sweeping up his outside. This is his house, so if someone else is gonna move into that place, I feel like this is perfect because it's already placed. It's already ready to go. I don't have to worry about them. Flurry is next. Yeah, Flurry is the next one to get moved. So, that's good. I'm thinking, thinky thoughts. Oh, this bridge got completed. So this right here needs to be fixed. We're going to do that right now. Start construction. And the second that I go into it, someone's going to ask for my dodo code. Without fail, every time. Alright, we do want to... we want to go around. Those last, like, three star fragments, they'll show up eventually, and I'll hunt for them. I just want to see what I can do here. So I'm thinking that we carve out a little walkway here, since there's the extra path area. I think that might be my best route. We go in here. And I should only need 3, I believe. Do I want it to go up this way or up this way? I guess it really doesn't matter. Maybe up this way? Nah, it's kind of close to those chairs. So I'm trying to think how I want to position this. I can move those chairs. I'm looking at it right now. I can definitely move everything up one space, basically. And then it won't be an issue. That's not what I wanted. We gotta go all the way out like this. And then you push it. I don't feel like trying to pick things up and then putting them back down, so it's easier this way. This one, we go sideways the same way. It's all about basically Tetris. Once you figure out the Tetris of everything, it's a lot easier and quicker to maneuver things. 2, 3. Too far. I let go, it just kept going. It does that sometimes. This gives me just enough walking space. Like I always say, it's all about that one little walking space. If I can walk without feeling the need to step sideways, then we've done a good job. I think that 3 is all you need. We'll check that over here. I'm pretty sure it's just 3. Because it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So the first one. We're gonna make it come up this way. That'll be our best bet. Cool. We are good. Sweet. We got a bunch of people watching over on YouTube. Hello. Hello over on YouTube. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Where I get OCD about exact placement of a diner chair. That's always fun. Here's one. So we got 2 left? 2 left. And they'll be somewhere. I'm sure. We gotta do something about this rock over here. I want rocks out of my garden, eventually, but they keep spawning because they don't have a lot of places to spawn. Is there anything? Nothing there. Nothing there. I do have to get my freebie items and wasps. I put majority of the trees all in one place. It's a little bit hard to see, but it looks nice. Where is it? Where am I? Oh, a candy machine. I wonder what color. Sweet. There's our second item. A metal can. Your money. And your money. Sweet. Love it. There's one. We have one left to grab. Somewhere on the beach, there should be one more star fragment. And then I don't have to worry about it at all for the rest of the stream. There it is. Boom. That should be 20. 10, 4, 4, 4, 2. Perfect. We got 20 of them. Let's see what candy machine color we got. Hopefully, maybe it'll be one we don't have. If oh no, it's red. It's fine. We already have red, but I can always find a place to put another candy machine. Alright, now we need to drop things off. You can always see that frame rate chug every time I go through the city. Part of me wants to disperse it out a little bit, but the Japanese feel is that it's a cramped street market. So I'm doing it the way that is more accurate to real life in comparison. Okay. I'm gonna put everything in storage. I'll sell the bugs later. I want to see what metal plant can this is. I think it's the same one I had. It's no big deal. Alright. So, first things first, I am going to grab these 24 customization kits. We're going to wrap things up. We're going to move over to my wife's account for a few minutes because she's the island owner. If you're new to the stream, you'll understand that in the game you have one resident, essentially the rep, the resident rep, and then everyone else that lives on the island are just residents. And so, unfortunately, my wife is our rep. Means that in order for me to make any actual changes, you gotta move over to her account. Last night, I also ordered through her account 5 simple panels that are gonna go up next to residential services. So, that'll be fun. We're 45 minutes, basically, into the stream. So that's awesome. Alright, moving along. Come on. She doesn't care about this starting point because there was no news, blah blah blah. Okay, so she's still dressed as the old lady. Didn't have any other mail apparently. Tiger beetle and a butterfly right there. And our money trees were growing. I plan to put some of the money trees actually in people's yards, and they'll be blocked off and just be cute little money trees essentially. And they're doing their stretches for the day. Hate to bother you, Sunny. Let's talk infrastructure. Bridges, inclines. Let's make an incline. So, what works there? I really like the stone staircase. It just looks nice. It looks natural. It doesn't look like it's like uneven, you know, like the plank ramps or the natural ramp is cute, but I like to have it look a little more presentable, especially going up towards the diner and the museum and stuff. So we're gonna do the stone to match the other ones. Yes, please. Wow, people are like, meteor showers and shooting stars. 3 Nook Mile tickets. Like, no? Alright, next thing we want to grab while we're here. Let's talk infrastructure and move a house. Layout changes. An island home. We're going to move today Flurry. Once we do that, we might actually go on a Celeste hunt over on Nookazon on our account after we finish moving houses, basically. Cool. Let's start with Flurry's home just because it's right over here. What are you thinking? Did you really ask? Again? Good luck! I guess he asks both of us. Flurry, move out of the way. This is your house. Scoot. Scoot. Alright, Flurry's kit. Build here? Nope. Need to rethink it. We are going to grab that. Drop 10,000 in. Bury and hole. And then you dig it up. This should do it. Right here. In theory. Perfect. That is exactly where I need it to be. Let me imagine it. Yeah, I think this is perfect, okay. Exactly what I needed it to be. Let's see. The next one's going to be Bertha, because she's just in the way here. But Flurry opened this up. Actually, Kabuki's going to be next. We're going to do Kabuki next, and he goes right here. This is his plot here. We'll be finishing off the last couple on the fence here, like 2 or 3. And then this is where Ruby goes, and then Bertha goes right here. But we're gonna do in order Kabuki, Bertha, then Ruby, just because of where their houses are positioned. Okay, time to figure out the incline, and then we'll move back to my account. Coming along, coming along. Here. What's going on? Why won't it let me do it? Is it not enough room? We can fix that. That was wrong. It's where it is on mine, so I have to know. Alright. That's fine. We'll move that piano if we have to. Let's see if this works. Imagine it. I gotta move the piano. Oh, you have to have the walking area. That was the issue that I ran into. Okay, we're gonna move the piano. That'll be a quick change up here. Hey, Diz. Hey, Shay Shay, I just saw you. Hey. Where am I? I'm on my wife's account right now, so I'm just trying to get used to her controls to be able to make some changes. This is actually more room than I need. I can cramp this a little bit by like one panel worth. Diners are a little more cramped. Hey, guy in a wheelchair, hey. Go. And I still have the walking room. we're on my wife's account right this second, because she's the island rep, which means that she's the only one that can make certain changes to the island. Cool. That actually solved that issue. We'll get her whatever it is that I just... Maybe it's money. She got cream and sugar. Cool. Helpful. Oh, okay. We gotta move this piano. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. With a little spot in between. That's gonna be good. Just working on the island. That's all I'm really doing. This should solve our issue. Let me imagine it. Your wife is the island rep as well. Still get no, you can get terraforming, but you cannot get things like building inclines, bridges, or moving houses. That has to be the island rep, and that's why I'm on her account right now. Is this a good spot? Yeah, honestly, that's what we'll do. That's perfect. And I didn't get stuck behind Lloyd, so a double whammy win for me. We will grab her message in a bottle. Demonstrates right there. I think that's all I needed on her account, actually, so... We're gonna swap back over. Oh, wait, we have to drop off the simple panels to me, and then we'll, swap over. I forgot, she's got the 5 simple panels that I ordered through her. And there's the nursery money tree that we're going to just drop here, and I'll grab it. There it is. You figured there was some restrictions on other villagers like that. Are there any other restrictions? Yeah, I mean, that's the main ones. Island Rep is the only ones that can make, like, permanent changes to the island, like, you know, inclines or bridges and stuff. Moving buildings, moving houses other than your own. You're allowed to move your own house as any resident. And then, here we go. Back over to me. And I think that's really the main things. When you like important decisions for the island has to be the rep, but otherwise you get terraforming. Like I can build and change as I please. I was able to like Lyman came to me earlier just a little while ago and asked if he could leave, and I said yes, kind of thing. So and that was on my account, so that kind of tells you a little bit of the extra oomph that you get as just a resident. Kid Boo, hello to you too. I prefer Fat Boo, original Majin Boo myself. Kid Boo's okay, don't get me wrong, but you know, Boo love candy. You sent me the... Wait, what? You sold me the SW? Sent me the... Oh, the Switch invite. Okay, the friend request that I just got. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check that in a little while. I saw it. I usually don't do them, like, right in the middle of the stream. Grab this money tree, because I'll find a little place for it to grow. And now we go back inside, and I choose a nice wall color that goes behind residential services. I don't know which one I want. There's actually quite a few that are actually, like, built into the game, so I might be doing that. I'll probably be doing that, honestly. How many do I have? I have a lot. Looks like I have more than I need, which is awesome. I'm hoping they're releasing update at some point that add the ability to be co-representatives. I agree. I think that that would be fantastic if they add that as an option. So I love a lot of the patterns that they have here. That they're just super nice. Like, the traditional ones are just so good. I'd probably say I really like this orange one. I like this blue one here. But I need something that looks like it would be good up next to, like, a town hall kind of thing. So maybe, like, this? Get the retro ones. I actually really like these ones. These ones are super cute. I might go with this one right here. The toys one is really cute. Cool is good, but nothing that really stands out for what I want. I'm being picky. That's what it comes down to. I'm being picky right now. That's cute with the little ladybugs. I actually really like that, but it wouldn't fit this spot. Oh, so stream elements. That reminds me. I don't know if you see that on YouTube, but I am this is my kind of beta test run for stream elements. I've been trying to tinker with some of the stupid, like, details. So you're gonna likely see some automated messages in the chat. For instance, if we're playing Animal Crossing, there's a high chance the professor does not have an active dodo code. That is something that people ask constantly in here while I am trying to stream, and it's very clear that I don't, and I don't have to actually say it. That's what's cool. I have the chatbot saying it now. The new merch, I'm actually trying out the automated merch store that is on the through Stream Elements, and it's actually got the awesome image of me with Gengar. That is my main avatar, drawn by Luke McKay of Rooster Teeth fame. He's awesome. He's a fantastic artist, and I'm really happy that I commissioned that piece from him. Okay, guy in a wheelchair. You would think they would have at least had that feature in the game on release, since they limited us to one island per system. You know, in theory, they would have had it, but I don't think they expected some of the UX issues to be as much of an issue as it turned out to be. So I feel like we will be getting updates eventually, just not currently. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this one. I always come back to that one. It just looks so nice, and it's such a nice, simple design, and it'll look really good on the back wall with the katanas above it. Yeah, that's the one I'm going with. Continue customizing. There's a lot of these. This is going to take a little while. So, yeah, I feel like the game suffers from basic user experience issues that really could be tweaked and would make it a much more viable game out there. And if that update happened long before, like, the Game Awards, it could easily win Game of the Year. For, you know, very easily. And that's going up against things like Final Fantasy VII Remake and Doom and stuff like that. And I feel like if they fixed those few issues, it would have no problem kicking them, you know, completely out of the water. part. Takes a while. This is one little tidbit that I would change in the system too. Is being able to customize a bunch of things at once. That was wrong. I also have twitchy fingers, which makes things so much easier in this game, obviously. I don't think I need this many, but I'm going to make all of them because there's a chance that I might do the back wall, or the side wall as well. Did I do that one? I did that one. It also, when you're doing this many simple panels, I don't think they really were thinking that people were going to do the things that they do in this game, and I feel like that was a flaw on the developer's part. You agree with me, but honestly, you think it's going to win regardless. I mean, it's breaking records every which way. There's something that, for instance, Final Fantasy Remake, while great, has not. You know, it's true. And Final Fantasy is a fantastic game. It's definitely just up there. I haven't had a chance to play it. I played the demo. And what I played of the demo, I loved. It was fantastic. I do plan to get it. I might actually end up getting it here very soon, I'm thinking. Because I would love to play through it. And I've heard just great things about it. But, this Animal Crossing, I don't know what it is. No Animal Crossing has ever captivated me like this. Ever. This is a one-time, like, fluke where I have become a huge fan of a series from the sequel of a sequel of a sequel of a sequel kind of thing. See, this is the back wall we were just making, right here. I definitely didn't need, like, what, 11 that I had? But ooh, that was it was an 11, I had 10. Forgot I had the marketplace decoration hiding there. Ooh, gotta come back. That's one thing. I'm ever slightly too close, so I have to back up by half of an inch. It doesn't just push me in these kind of cases. There we go. 2 more. Oh, I did miss that one! That's funny. I said something, and I could have swore I did it, but apparently I didn't. It's fine. Finished this wall off. In fact, we could put one behind it. Behind the telephone booth. There we go. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That's a nice background to it. Oh yeah. I'm digging it because it's a wall now. It's actually a wall, and as you get closer, you see that there's things on the wall, essentially. So you can't see them from here, but the second that you get here, you're like, oh, there's things. I could technically put the kimonos up there and you'd definitely see them, but they're meant to be accents. I think that they work out amazingly as accents there. You would really like to have an island designer feature, similar to the overhead interior designer in your house. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I being able to just hit a button and then design the island as you want is good. I understand why they did, because I feel like implementing that across the whole island might really and you know, I would call it streamline the experience, but the wording that I should probably use is make it more too easy. They wanted to have some sort of challenge from the look of it. So I understand their reasoning, but you know, I can see where you're coming from. Alright, we're gonna, since we have 2 money trees today, Berry and Hole, pick that up. Yeah, see how I've got the oranges here? I'm gonna do the same thing, but with a money tree once they're grown up. But you have to give them enough room to grow first. So, this is my money tree cultivation area, essentially. That should be enough room. And then we'll do one right here. Cool. Awesome. So the marketplace decorations, I actually have a couple in my storage right now. My eventual plan is when it comes to like building things up on the walls, having that kind of big city look to it all. For instance, how we've got like this sign here that's sticking out. During the nighttime, it lights up, and it just looks so good. With the different signs that are sticking up into the air, it looks like it's a city at that point. Microscope. Cute. Didn't need it, but cute. I never say no to free items. Let's see. Trying to find someone that might be doing Celeste so I can get the DIY for the day. We'll put the simple panel back in here. Didn't need that one extra anyway, so I don't need to customize it. Celeste is in town, no fee. You have my attention. We'll join the queue. That's gonna be a few minutes from the look of it. Because there's 11 visitors in line. I am number 11, and they're only allowing 4 at a time. So, we'll get our... If it's free, it's for me. Because I don't want to waste Nook Mile tickets if I don't have to at the moment. After 5-star island has been achieved. Yeah, I have 5-star. I'm at 5-star right now. Cloud flooring on this person. Let's see. Yeah, we'll join. It's a Sahara. No fee, but tips appreciated. Let's see. Drop by entrance. For this person, Celeste is on your island. For 1 Nook Mile ticket or 99k. Okay, cool. Let's see how many people are there. There's 7 in line for that one. That's not terrible. So what it is on Nookazon, there's a Discord, and people will drop tons of links and to Turnip Exchange, turnip.exchange. And what that is, you know, some people have, like, say, Celeste. Celeste gives you the special items, for, different things. The special DIYs and things like that, but sometimes that also means that you're looking at, shooting stars, things like that. Okay. We want to grab well while we're waiting. Celeste on the island. Sometimes they're just dropping Celeste on the island, no fee but tips welcome kind of deal. We'll grab 5 of those and be on our merry way. Oh. That was actually quick. They actually already gave me a dodo code. So, maybe I don't have to worry about being in line. Definitely gonna give her a good tip. I want to fly. Want to visit someone. Online play. Roger. Search via dodo code. As always, out of courtesy to the people, I actually hide the dodo code. That way, I'm not just giving away the farm from someone that is graciously letting me onto their island. That should be good. Yoshi Bay. Wonder if that's like Kyoshi Island. I'm an Avatar Last Airbender fan, personally, so I'm okay with Kyoshi reference. Alright. Headed off. We're leaving on a jet plane. Okay. Heading to get Celeste. That doesn't work. Oh yeah, I can see. Okay, so doing you could be implemented in a way that wouldn't be too intrusive on the current style of gameplay. For instance, only available during in-game after 5-star islands been achieved. That makes sense. That I can see that happening. Yeah. So after the 5-star island, I can see what you're saying now. Oh. Someone is on their way here as I show up. Cool. Let's talk to Celeste. And we'll look in the sky, see if any stars do show up for a minute, and then we'll head out. There's always a chance that I'll have shooting stars tonight, for all I know. You never know. It usually tells you in the news, like Isabel's news. It's supposed to tell you, but I haven't had Celeste on my island in ages. It's probably been like 3 weeks, easily, since she's been on my island. So that's why I have to go out and find her at other people's islands. I don't think it resets it or anything, so... Come on. We got this. Just don't crash us. Grace. Wow, she jumped right in front. I never saw it. I would love it to be able to talk to Celeste right now. Just give her the item. So I hate being the first one to arrive because when more arrive after you, they're always ahead of you. Somehow I never load quick enough and they're already like several steps ahead of me. In this case, she was already talking to Celeste by the time I even got that far. Got Lunar Surface. Someone actually tried to sell me that the other day for 20 Nook Miles tickets. I am gonna drop this person a full bag. Someone's trying to show up. Didn't mean to drop it on the bench, but it looks nice. And I'm saving with the lunar floor, lunar surface floor, Yoshi Isle, because Yoshi's Island doesn't fit in the 10 characters you've got. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to turn the air conditioner on. Unfortunately, the air conditioner is loud. Kirito asks, hey, can I play? Sure, you gotta buy the game. I don't know if you see up above in the chat, but there is a thing that shows up every so often that says that I do not have a dodo code. I'm actually visiting another island at this exact moment, so I don't even have a dodo code. This week I may open up my island, but I might actually have to wait until next week. Because it's, trying to leave. Okay. So sometime during this week I may open up the island, but I may not because I'm actually under construction right now. I'm doing a lot of changes to my island. I did open up... Oh, thank you so much for following Raphael Jakutis. Raphael Jakutis. Hello. Come on, I'm just trying to leave this island. I would love to just head out. She had Celeste trapped, so I couldn't really do much of anything. Didn't look like there was any shooting stars because there was some overcast. I would like to go home. Is it going to let me, or am I gonna get a whoa? Cool. Heading on out. That was quick, easy, painless. Cost me 100k, which is just a bag of bells. No big deal. For me to try to complete my Celeste collection. And I actually got over the past few days, I've gotten a lot of fragments. So I might actually make some stuff. I want to get Nova Light. Nova Light is the one out of all of them that eludes me, because it's hard to get anyway, from what I've been told. Um, so it's just a matter of keep on trying, because it is random. Luckily, you don't double up on the DIYs, so if you've already gotten it, then it doesn't force it upon you again, which is very useful. We do have a lunar surface. Let's learn lunar surface and see what it looks like. Perfect. Oh, that looks nice. I like it. Part of me wants to put that in the money bin, because then it's the moon theme for my money bin, and I can wear my Scrooge outfit. It's a thing. Bartopia, I'm not sure how long you've been in the chat, but I just had this conversation just a minute ago, where I just got back to my island. Literally, like, I'm still in front of the airport. I just got back. I do not have a dodo code, at the moment, and my island is under construction at the moment as well, so I don't want any visitors at the moment. I feel like I'm going to be saying this over and over. It happens every stream. Everyone always asks. But because everything's under construction, I'm probably not going to invite people over for another... until next week. I think I have exactly 7 days worth before I think I'll be ready to do, to have company to come look at the island. I did a yard sale just the other day, and that was successful. I did that on stream, so it's not that I don't have people, but I am I'm under construction, so it's a mess right now, and I don't want company over. That's all. We'll keep the Nook Mile tickets on us. We should actually make these all real things, real tools, not just the flimsy tools. Flimsy axe, we're going to turn those into stone axes. And then I have a flimsy watering can that needs to be done. If I were stone axe, I would need wood. Okay, so I just need wood. Wood and ore. I have not done Mystery Islands lately, so, once when Lyman leaves, he'll be in boxes tomorrow, and then during the stream on Thursday, it should be empty, which means that I am, going to be hunting, with 40 Nook Mile tickets that I've got right now to see if I can find a character that I want. Alright, we're gonna make the 2 stone axes that are there. I've been meaning to do this, so I should just do it. And then I'm thinking that we're going to build a couple of things from the Celeste catalog. I just don't know what I need to build still. We'll look at it at the end once I make all the tools. I bought all these the other day going, oh yeah, I'll just, I'll organize them. That was like a week ago. They've just been sitting there, maybe like 4, 5, 6 days ago or so. So I just need to do them. I think I got them on stream last week. Now I'm thinking about it. Come on. This part is always fun. Almost done. Almost done. We got through the nets, and we got one watering can here. Alright, that should be everything. Out of the Celeste items, I still need to make... Wow. Robot Hero is apparently considered part of this collection. I don't need to make the floors. Like, the lunar surface is really cute. But maybe I don't need to make anything. I've already got 2 moons on my island. There's a story there. Someone I was doing a trade with offered to make me a moon if I brought them the most of the ingredients. They would, you know, like, handle part of the ingredients at the time. And at the same time, I told a friend of mine, and she is very gift-giving, so she went and hunted for a moon DIY and did some trades. While I was getting the moon made, didn't know she was doing that, so she dropped off a fully made moon and the DIY for me to make my own moons. So I was like, great. Awesome timing. Now I have 2 moons and the DIY. Which, to be fair, that's one less Celeste night that I don't have to worry about. So, I'm still missing a couple, like 3 or so, maybe 4 of the wands from Celeste. I still need the starry, I think, hood. I am glad that I got the lunar surface. That was the one of the harder to get ones. But it looks like I really don't need to make anything. The robot hero just takes so much. Yeah, 30 rusted parts. Ugh. And 10 gold nuggets. I definitely don't have those. The rocket is one that... oh, right. The normal rocket I think I have. I believe. Somewhere. The only things I can really think to make would be like the infused water dispenser. Would be really cute. Somewhere in the town. I'm thinking in terms of what my villagers would want near their houses and things like that. Silo. People use those to make them look like buildings. Firewood. That would be cute next to like a little like fire pit kind of thing. I don't know. I've got a bunch of cool ideas. I just haven't gotten to yet because they're a week away when all the houses are in position. But speaking of that, I do need to grab Imperial Fencing. Put in storage, put in storage. All the way down the list. And then I'll drop this off. It's good to have 1 bag of money on me in case I have to run to another island that's requiring it. I wouldn't mind finding someone that has the meteor shower. Did I miss my position? Oh. I missed it entirely. My bad. It looks like there is a meteor shower on this one that I am currently in the queue. The one that I was like 11th in line. I am now 6th in line. That has gone so long, and I'm only 6th in line. But I'm getting closer. So, and it says there is a meteor shower, no entry fee. However, hybrids are appreciated. These can be placed anywhere. Please don't drop bells or no small tickets. So I'll be AFK. Okay. Well. I don't have any hybrids. I actually flower bombed someone yesterday. I don't need Celeste. I just want to get the star fragments tomorrow. Okay. We have to go all the way over here. Finish this gate. Or this fence. There was a house in the way yesterday. The house was just perfectly, like, here. So it wasn't lined up right. So that house is now... over here. It was actually this house. Now we have Flurry moving tomorrow. We have the incline being made. I think that we are cooking with gas when it comes to this town. Eventually I'm going to be moving all of the houses. That'll be good. I'm number 5 out of 9, instead of 6 out of 9, which is good. That means... Sprinkle is still crafting. That means it's going to be any minute now. There's one guy that's been in there for like 12 minutes. Ah, there it is. My dodo code. We're gonna go now. That was perfect timing. And I can go wish on some stars, and then I don't have to worry about it. And I didn't have to pay much. I paid 1 bag of bells in the end. Why? I want to visit someone. I don't have to use any Nook Mall tickets, so I'm happy with that too. Sweet. Alright. I need to type in the dodo code. You guys know the drill. I hide it. Out of courtesy for the person, and then I type it in, and we're back. Noki Bay. Naki Bay, maybe? Naki Bay. Come on, let me in. Let me in, let me in. Ah, not let me in. Someone's talking to Celeste and would not let me in. That's probably what happened, honestly. Ah, come on, let me in. Someone's just flat out not actually letting me in. Because everyone's been in there at least a few minutes. Or they're trying, they took their sweet time. Let me in. I'm one of the 4 in the queue. That means there's... And the main person's AFK, so they're not seeing that I'm having issues. Yeah, someone's just literally being a jerk, and in, like, maybe if it's open, like, they're in Abel's, and they won't get out of Abel's. That happens. I've actually had that happen before. The owner of the island was away from their desk, and there was one person that was like, I'm going to go to Able Sisters. Yeah, we got another uh-oh. This is fun, and this is the version that is good. That this was a nice small queue. This is just someone who's being a jerk right now. Saying, nope, you can't get in. We're not going to let you. Or the one person that's sitting on their Nook phone. That's also a thing. There we go. Finally in. We got this. People are inconsiderate on people's islands. When it all comes down to that, it's tricky. Let's see. Yeah, looks like Able Sisters and Nooks are both open. So, and there's nothing stopping people from roaming. So, that was a person that was in Able Sisters. They're like, my clothes are more important than you getting in. That's what it came down to. I just gotta do the things. Oh, I just saw one in the background. One. Where is Celeste? I don't know. 2, 3. You get 20. You don't need more than that. If you're on someone's island, I think even if you're on your own island, if you hit 24, then that's all you get max tomorrow anyway. 5. The only reason you would do more is if you're trying to go for the stamps. I finished the stamps like a while ago. 6. So, because of that, I go for complete utility purposes and nothing else. 7. 8. 9. Once I hit 20, then of course I'm going to check the shops. I'm at 9, right? 9. At least they're out in full force. Knowing them, they'll stop for like 5 minutes. It's like, where are they? 10, 11, 12, 13. That's a cute little deer villager. I don't know who it is. There's like 400 villagers. I couldn't name them all. It just saved my life. But 14. 6 more. Come on, 6 more. It always happens right about when I get to like 14 or 15. it'll go dead zone for a little while. No stars, no anything. Come on. I know you can do it. Only got 6 more to go. They're just running by. Yeah, this is the dead zone I was talking about. It happens every time. They come back, like, but you have to wait. You gotta be patient. There was the one that I did last night happened about here too, or about 14 or 15, and we sat for, I would say, a good 4 or 5 minutes before the next one. And I just remember the person saying next to me goes, "Did they stop?" So I got 5 left. I always do a couple extra just to be on the safe side. But in case I miscounted for some stupid reason. But I know that you only get 20. 2. I only need 3 more. Three. 2 more. Alright, 1 more. Come on. This is fun. With 1 left, it has a dead zone. Let's do it. It'll do a little cluster of them, like 2 or 3 maybe. And if so, then I'm solid. I don't have to worry about the excess ones. Pretty sure I counted right. I should only need 1 more, but if I get like 2 or 3 more, just to be on the safe side. Come on. Any day now, stars. Run, 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 run. Just fun to watch someone just run by. They had no idea that I'm here. Because of how the angles are, they would have never known I'm standing here. That they were far away. Whew. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, 1 left, and I'm just like, come on. You can do it. I swear you can do it. Just standing here, waiting for 1 star to appear. This is exhilarating. This is the content everyone came here for. Shay Shay, 10 years later, there's one. Like I said, I do like to get a couple extra just to be on the safe side. Because with my luck, I've miscounted and I only have 19. Then I'll be freaking out tomorrow going, what? You know, what? Did I do a full 20? There's the couple extra that I needed. Okay. Now I'm happy. Now we can go shop for a minute before people start trying to leave. Ah, everyone's already bought everything. That's alright. No big deal. I got what I came here for. The person was not wanting tips, they were just opening up to people. We'll see if anything cute is enables, but again, I don't think... There's like one thing that I'm looking for And I might just have to get it when it comes around eventually, or get it from Nookazon. It's the Hinton shirts. Got the Mikos in here. Stiller jumpsuit. Oh, that is rad. I don't need it at all. But I'm gonna buy it because it's so groovy. It's so loud that you gotta just get one. If nothing else, for the catalog itself. Even if I end up selling it later. Take me straight out. Cool. I didn't have to spend any Nook Miles tickets. I get to use them in 2 days for Lyman. I'm happy with that. I want to go home. So, we've actually lucked out. 2 of our random villagers that came in after the fact, that weren't amiibos, that weren't like my starting ones, that came in just out of nowhere, are 2 that there were my 2 bunnies, and they're 2 awesome characters. I love them. There's Ruby, which is my baby bunny. She's my little albino bunny. I will not let her go. She will stay on my island, period. And then O'Hare as well. O'Hare is basically literally me as a Animal Crossing character. I mean, he's me. My wife flat out said it, and I can't stop seeing it, kind of thing. So that's why he will stay. He's a fun hat wearing, Hawaiian shirt donning, smug rabbit that hangs out near a beach. I live in Florida. I don't hang out at the beach, personally, but I'm Floridian. Cool. We're actually doing pretty good. I am gonna drop that Stellar jumpsuit off and the Nook Mile tickets that I don't actually need now. I don't think there's anything that I'm in dire need of over on Nookazon at the moment. I do like to have a bag of bells, just in case I run to someone else's island or something. We will probably be doing fencing stuff, but I want to survey the land a little bit. See what I have to work with. Make some lines, essentially. But first we're going to drop off this watering can that I made earlier. She just works out all the time. So, Lyman is leaving. He was our first villager. Him and Phoebe. Yeah, so he's leaving. I liked him. He's a real nice guy. There's nothing wrong with him. But he's just not one of my, like, oh, I have to have that character kind of thing. You know what I mean? So... Punchy, on the other hand, my lazy cat, he's my kitty, that runs around, Naruto runs around the park. Whee! Bonk. He almost ran into me. There's really not enough room until Flurry moves, unfortunately, for me to start working on stuff. We moved O'Hare, which was here. That allowed us to have this opening area for Kabuki, but Kabuki is not moving just yet. We're moving Alright, Flurry moves tomorrow. Like, first thing. Next character to move is going to probably be... You know, I hate to say it, Bertha's probably going to be one of the last to move because she's not actually in the way. So, we'll do Kabuki next, then I'll do Bertha. That way this whole area is open. And then, after that would be Ruby, which Ruby has a nice slot right here, ready to go for her. She's going to be neighbors with Kabuki. Pedro's now following over on Mixer. Thank you so much. This is where Flurry's moving to. Oh, right. We need to create this little pathway that before I forget. Also, if I have the hard hat on, I can just, when people ask for my dodo code, I can be like, do you see the hard hat? Can you get a dodo code if you have a hard hat? That was wrong. That was entirely wrong. Where are you? Stone Path. And then you round it. And then you round it. Ta-da! Now it's a little walkway. Just like that one. The one that will be here. But I can't put in a walkway until it gets built. It won't let you put it. This one does need it as well. Same reasoning. Just forgot to yesterday. Walkway. Not that this is gonna matter. It's actually when you move it, it will actually make this horizontal line worth go away. And then I'll have to rebuild it underneath once it's built in place. Okay, I think that comes out awesome. Oh, there's Ruby. Speaking of Ruby, she's wearing her cute little dress. This is a sit party. What platforms are you on, and how do I find you on them? Oh, across them all? First of all, if you type in Professor Chime into Google, you'll probably find most of them. But I am on YouTube, Twitch, Mixer, DLive, and Facebook Live. Currently, as we speak, live streaming. Right now, if you have the option to do Twitch, I would ask that you do Twitch because I am trying to get concurrent viewership up, which is very hard to do. I just need 3 active people as my average at a time, basically. I actually need to buy something from in here. It's not often that I'm like, I gotta restock on stuff. Anything? Dark wood pattern flooring is nice. I do like the wood brick flooring. I like all the brick floorings. Okay, if you're switching to Twitch, awesome. Cool. I appreciate it. I like all the walls. Like, the rammed earth wall looks real nice, but I don't have a use for it, or else I would totally buy them. Also, purple fishing rods. You can't go wrong with purple fishing rods. I'm extra. Of course I have to have the purple fishing rods. I like a couple of them, just, ready to go. What I'm actually here for is customization kits. I gotta buy, like, 30,000 worth to keep in my storage, because I go through these like they're water. Keeping on moving. Yeah, right now I'm not focusing on my YouTube as much, I actively do it because I have thousands of people that subscribe to me, so I don't want to leave them out, of course. But my main focus right at this exact second is Twitch because I would like to get affiliates so I can start getting proper subscriptions and stuff like that. And I can do like Twitch emotes and stuff like that. This is probably good. What am I at? 45. What's that? I need one more stack to make it a perfect 50 because I'm OCD. Yeah, that sounds accurate. Thanks for asking. Cool. Now we have 50. I really gotta get myself a new chair. My chair broke, like, 4 months ago, 5 months ago. But it's still, like, sittable kind of thing, but the back on it, my cat broke it. My cat decided to jump on the back, on the head support, basically, and in doing so, he went backwards with it enough times. It kept happening, like, several times. And he went back with it enough times that it snapped the screw inside the chair in half. So there's half a screw inside where the screw goes, which means you can't tighten it back up. I don't know what my cat did and how he did it, but bravo. Not happy about that happening. It's actually 4 o'clock, so technically the official stream is over. I'm going to do another sweep around the island so you guys get at least a little bit more time to watch on the channel here. Oh, what are you gonna say? Feeling tired? Oh, we got a tired reaction? Oh, that's gonna be cute. The dozing reaction? I need to reconfigure my reactions. That's what I'll do. That's how we'll end this. Alright. I actually never use Joy. No. Please. Happiness. I already am using Glee. Apologetic. Oh, that's cute. The question mark. The heartbreak. Sadness. Dozing. Full on sleepy. Resignation. That's just me in general. Smirking. I do like the smirk with the little star. Shyness. Bashfulness. I actually used that one already. You can see I'm on the star that's on the icon. Mistaken. I got shocked. I got that. Sorrow. Crying. Aggravation. Cold chill. Distress. Fearful. And sneeze. I wonder if there's a list of reactions. New Horizons. Okay. Let's see. All the reactions. Cool. This person says there's only 10. That's helpful, US Gamer. That just must be the first 10 they got and went, this must be all of them. looks like there's no rhyme or reason to the one. There's 44 slots in the reaction menu, which leads us to believe that there are probably 44 reactions to unlock. However, not all the reactions have been discovered yet. We're gonna just check out a couple here. Looks like this one is on there. Distress is on there. They have, let's see, 9. They have 18. 26 of them are currently on this site. Let's see how many I've got. So 10. I have 26. I think I have the same 26. Do I have worry? I don't think I have worry. I don't think I have thought either. So I have ones that this person doesn't have. And they have ones I don't have. Like, they have thought. And they have worry, which I don't have either of those. There's curiosity. Yeah, so this is a person that, you know, they put what they had, but they definitely didn't have all of them. Oh, this site's not bad. This site might actually have them. Alright, so this site does not have all of them. It has, like, 18 of them. Wow, that site's usually very good about these. Super weird. No one seems to have an actual consensus of what you can get. Emotion lists. So reactions, here we go. This is the wiki. There's 20. Let's see, that's 20. 30, 43 that they have on here. And there are definitely ones that I don't know, like scheming. There's one called Shacky. Absent-mindedness. There's one that's love, so there's heartbreak, but there's also love. They call it broken heart on here, but it's the same icon. There's also like an idea bulb that's similar to that. That's not what I wanted. I want this. I'm thinking that I don't need joy. I rarely ever do surprise. I do shock sometimes. I've done bashfulness. I do glee way more than anything else. I do encouraging, so we can replace these two. That might be good. Hey, you made it over. Alright, thanks for joining us. Have a good day. No, thanks for following the Cerebral Palsy Gaming. I know it's you, guy in a wheelchair. I know it's you. I think I don't know if I want Sleepy or if I want Dozing. Sleepy has the mouth open. Actually, what I want to do is get out of the hard hat, which is dangerous territory when I'm on stream, to not be in a hard hat. Because people are like, oh, what's your dodo code? Okay. See me, ooh. Why are you stomping around? Why are you so mad? That was without a doubt completely uncalled for. I hate spoilers. Guess that possibility didn't occur to O'Hare. That was without a doubt. So what did O'Hare do? You just taking a breather. He doesn't think anything's wrong. Feels so underdressed. I'm wearing this fancy robe and she feels underdressed. Maybe you should just put no dodo code in your stream title or something. I actually put it in the descriptions where in the streams that allow for descriptions. I actually say there's unlikely to be a dodo code. On Twitch, I have the new chat bot that I added from Stream Elements literally last night, and once in a blue moon, it's going to pop up and say, "Hey, by the way, there's no dodo code," basically. So, okay, back to the reaction. Let's see. This one, do I want to do sleepy? Or just nodding off, dozing? I don't know, I kind of like them both. Don't know which one I want. I definitely want smirking. Alright, so smirking goes there. And this top one will be... Like, I don't use joy. Everyone always uses joy, but I actually prefer Glee in comparison. And the one where it's singing, the cute little sing-songy one like this. I use that all the time. Sadness. Aggravation. I'm never actually aggravated. Distress, maybe? Sneeze. I used to use the sneeze, but I don't really need it. There's the shyness. But I've already got bashful. Oh, the sorrow. Just straight up, like, crying tears. Yeah, sure. Okay. So we've revamped our reactions. Flurry is always mad because I guess everyone spoils everything for her. What'll probably be likely to happen is when she asks to leave, I'll probably say yes, because I have the amiibo card and my wife can actually use the amiibo card. I think she doesn't seem to realize that she can use the amiibo cards to get Flurry that she wanted. Everyone's just outside hanging out. I feel like Sprinkle is still crafting because no one else is home. Yeah, so she's still crafting. Nothing that I needed. I think it was just a thing I already had. I am going to head to residential services. Because I'm glad this actually gave me a little passageway to be able to go around if I needed to. So that actually looks great. This came out much better than I expected it to. I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy with it. Gotta look at our terminal. We haven't actually looked at it yet. Let's see. We're over 40,000, which is good because that should give me 20 Nook Mile tickets if I need it. Thursday is going to be fun because we're going to be hunting for villagers. Let's look at the Nook shopping because we haven't yet. Got the Nintendo Switch. I like the Nintendo Switch because you can actually customize, and the alternate customization color is just the gray ones. So you can do the blue and red, but you can just do the gray Joy-Cons. So it gives you a little bit. KK Ballad. We do not have KK Ballad. Cool. And then I'll save the other 4 for later. Later when I play, I'll figure out 4 extra items I need to send to myself. I think we've ordered enough of what is it, the utility poles. That's what I ordered a bunch of. I have like 9 or 10 of them. So I think I'm good on it. For now, at least. There's nothing that I actually need. I bought all of the things that I needed. There's just nothing new. So, cool. What's in the ABD? 475. That little extra 475. Didn't know you could customize the Switch in the game. Are there any alternate customization options for the Animal Crossing Switch? There is not. That is meant to be the one Switch that is called ACNH, Nintendo Switch, in the game itself. Oh, we actually wanted to... We were coming here for the amiibo. So, we're gonna invite a camper from our amiibo cards. What it is there's a chance they'll give me a DIY that I don't already have. So we're gonna do this one today. Yes, I would like to. Really hoping they had other Joy-Con colors in the game, but even more than that, I would love retro systems immensely. That's true. I'm sure they'll add them eventually. My hope is that they'll take a page from Pocket Camp, where, Pocket Camp is, really good, with some of the weird items, like the Mario items that they've added in there, which a lot of the older Animal Crossing games actually had. But what they also did was, like, Splatoon. And then they also did, an Eevee event. And I've got this giant Eevee at my campsite in that game. That is this giant plush that you can hold on to like a Totoro, basically. And then I have like an Eevee rug and an Eevee table, and then there was like a Pokeball that I got. I was hoping that they would do a Pikachu version of it, but they never did a Pikachu event. Matryoshka. I've already got it. I had so many flowers. I actually flower bombed someone yesterday. I went on to Nookazon and I was like, free flowers. You want them, no cost. Just, I come to your island and I flower bomb you. And I had a girl that was like, yes, please. I would love that. It seems like a pretty obvious follow-up, but I'm going to ask it anyway. You can't transfer any of that to the Switch, can you? I imagine not, because the sprites don't exist in the game. You are correct. There is, however, a really cool thing I'm going to show you. So, you'll notice up at the very top where it says Daily Selection, up at the very top there, the third one has that little leaf. That is actually the promotional items. And the promotional items open up if you... there's a special way to do it, and one of these days I should actually do a video specifically on this exact thing. But what it is there's a... if you go into Pocket Camp, you just have to get into Pocket Camp, get through the tutorial, and be done with the tutorial. That's all you have to do to be able to do this. And you have to merge your My Nintendo account to it. And what'll happen is you'll redeem one of the items that are in the My Nintendo Redemption stuff. It's free. It's 0 coins through My Nintendo. And if you've got a Switch, there's a 99.99999 chance that you've got a My Nintendo account. That's just your actual account to go on to go online and all that. So what'll happen is you redeem it. When you redeem it, it gives you a code. that code goes to the eShop. And the eShop, it treat it like a DLC. Like, you just got a code for a DLC for a game, right? And it gives you all the promotion items. Break Tappers, which is basically a slot machine. Campsite sign. Fortune cookie cart. Marketplace decoration. OK Motors sign. Pocket Modern Camper, Pocket Vintage Camper. OK Motors cap, camper tee, and OK Motors jacket. And you get all of that unlocked in your Nook shopping just by doing what I just said. You just reboot your Animal Crossing New Horizons game, and that's that. It's stupidly easy. Thank you so much, Cool Boss, for the 1,000 Sparks. That is a awesome sticker. That is an Xbox with a party hat on, from the look of it. Oh, it's actually called Xbox Party. It looks like in Mixer. So thank you so much. So, yeah, once you do that, you unlock all these, and then you can order it as one of your 5 that day kind of thing. So if you're asking about what you can get, I mean, this campsite sign is fantastic. I love this campsite sign. Fortune cookie cart that I have right in the middle of my street market. I have Break Tapper over at my arcade. Marketplace decoration. I have like 3 that are in storage because I'm going to be utilizing them. I just don't know how I want to utilize them till I get all the houses in place. You actually unlocked those a little while back. Had no idea how I did it, and they just kind of appeared one day. Yeah. If you are, I think so. Your wife probably plays. If you're sharing the island with her, and she did it, it unlocks it for the whole island. So, for instance, I was able to do it, and then my wife didn't have to use her code because she had it all unlocked on the island as well. So, you didn't unlock it. She probably did. I bet you. In addition to, there's also the silk rug is the other item, which is through the not Nook shopping, I don't believe. I don't think it is. It's not special goods. No, it's not one of the promotional ones. What it is if you have the Switch Online like subscription, there are special things you can get. Here, I'll actually show you. Nintendo eShop. If you go down to Switch Online here, it'll eventually load. And you can actually do the same thing with the Nook Ink Silk Rug, as you can see. There's like freebie items that you get every so often for having Switch Online. This downloads the same way. You can see it says downloadable content on it. It actually, it's a freebie item. It'll show up in not the Nook shopping, but the Nook Miles shop. Alright, so we want to hit some rocks here. I'd love to get a gold nugget out of these. I have not gotten any gold nuggets lately. I'm down to like 3. So I'd love to replenish my stock. I had so many, and then I bought every single... Or I didn't buy. I made every single gold item. Aw, it's sad that this is the gold rock. Alright, so we missed out on one. There's a system here, and because there wasn't enough room, and you have to do it in a certain amount of time. It's fine, we're gonna break that rock by running to here, buying one piece of fruit. I've got a full orchard, and I don't want to have to wait for the fruit to grow again. So I'm buying one fruit. One pear. To destroy this rock. Is there an advantage to using an axe on the rocks rather than a shovel? I just always use an axe. For some reason, the shovel feels slower to me, but it just might be me. What it looks and feels like to me. Oh, I did not mean to drop it. I meant to eat it. Let's get this rock out of my garden. I'd love it if one of the rocks spawned right there. Like, in the... next to the bath there. And Wapow. I think it was the only one. I broke 2 rocks here yesterday, so one stream respawned. Where are the rocks now? I think there is actually one that's up here that I missed. I know I got that one. What I did was I put these little pebbles down. This is just a custom design that someone made. And they are all the way around. Like, you will not have anything spawn, as you can see. So I'd never have to worry about any of that. I made sure of it. However, I have no idea where my rocks all are. I should have, like, 6. Look at these guys. All chilling with coffee. That's just a cute shot. They do cute things all the time, and they're just always so cute. Can't handle it. I will probably do away with that tire stack by the end of things. I have no idea where all my rocks are. I'm supposed to get a bunch. I'm supposed to have a bunch of rocks. And I have not had more than 3 rocks in ages. Part of me wonders if it's me breaking them is making them not spawn properly or what, but I just don't ever have more than like 3 rocks ever. And I used to get like 5 or 6 rocks. I do need to grab more money because I forgot I have to pay Lloyd to finish the bridge. The money room. I usually keep about $1 million to 1.5 million. When I had more room, up to 2 million in there. Just to grab bags on the go. I have, like, what, almost, like, 6.9 million in the bank. Hey, John, over on YouTube. How you doing? Have you come across any items that you were really hoping you could interact with, but couldn't? For me, it was the pinball machine. You can interact with the pinball machine. It's not, like, a major interaction or anything, but you can still interact with it. I'll help. Like, most of those kind of items are able to be interacted with, even if it's just a minimal, like, interaction, or, like, a reaction, more of, like, to what you're doing. Like, the vending machines will actually, the snack machine will actually drop something. Yeah, see, There's pinballs here. It's doing stuff. Maybe you're just looking at it from a bad angle or something, but I'm doing things there. The arcade games don't do much. Oh, you were hoping for a mini game. The last Animal Crossing that I was all familiar with was the GameCube game, so in your mind it would have been in lieu of the old retro games that you can collect and then play. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. They just took out that feature, just in general. You're hoping for more interaction, but could you imagine, now that they've really expanded the multiplayer aspect, could you imagine having it where you have mini games and you have people over? That it would be kind of tricky to get that to load properly. You're playing a game while people are on your island. You don't know what's going on. I understand from a developer standpoint why they don't have that. And I do hope they add something to supplement it eventually. But I understand why that's not there. You know what I mean? Okay, so that is good. It's so weird because I just don't know where any of the rocks went off to. And I know only one spawns a day, but I don't know. Maybe I've broken more than I expected to have broken, and I'm just being crazy. Everything's good here. These are the money trees. We have 5 money trees being grown right now, which would be awesome to put somewhere. Put that weed. Ah, so we actually have some new ones that are growing today. We got some new black tulips, got a new blue pansy, couple more black roses. Once we get all of them, then that would be awesome. To be able to, let's see, you'd love to be able to set up an entire arcade on your island with arcade machines, pinball tables, food tables, the works. How am I? And then people could come play the games. Maybe it was done correctly. Be a source of bell revenue for the arcade owner. So I've been actually thinking about how the developer expected people to play. Like, I don't think they expected the boom, the economy, essentially, boom, that we got for this game. Because we're really, in all reality, I feel like we are breaking the game. More so than the developer expected us to. And that's a good thing. That actually means that they're probably learning and working on ideas and things that they maybe didn't even have in the pipeline as on their roadmap and stuff like that. But when it comes to the game itself, most Animal Crossing fans, aren't the people that are currently playing. Like, the people that are currently playing, this is their first Animal Crossing. This is my first Animal Crossing. I'll be honest. I like to come in here and just chill. Actually, since Bertha's in here, she actually calls me Professor. I think I must enjoy the flowers in here as much as the butterflies do. She's just having fun with the butterflies in here. Sorry about all the typos, by the way. I'm using speech to text on the phone since it's easier than typing. I don't blame you. I completely understand. 100% understand. So what I'm thinking when it comes to the game is I'm actually going to drop, I did a wish list. I don't know if you saw this, and everyone, I'm going to drop it to all the chats. So it should show up on all the chats here. There we go. I wrote this. Someone paid me to essentially roast the game. and I did, but I gave some real critical thinking of what I would want in the game, and it really boiled down to a lot of people have the same complaints that I do. I actually asked a lot of people that I knew and a lot of people I didn't know. I went to one of the big Animal Crossing groups and I dropped the question of if you could change one thing about the game, what would it be? And I got hundreds of responses. And in the end, I ended up kind of going through every single idea that I had and that they had, and I think there was a total of like 40 total solid that were different from each other. Um, so the one that you're saying is a bring back the mini games essentially, which is not even on the list. That was out of the hundreds of ideas. No one actually said that, and I completely understand where you're coming from. But you're the first to actually say it to me. Imagine if you could set up an arcade of some kind or interactive environment like that. You sell packages of tokens to visitors, for instance. And here's the thing. I don't think they expected Animal Crossing to turn into the capitalist dream that it has. This is such a weird oddity, I guess. And I don't think the developers intended for this as one of the things that they'll probably utilize eventually. But I'm almost positive the developers did not look at this as we're going to turn this into a capitalist regime island idea. It's meant to be the laid back idea of an island. You understand where I'm coming from? Do you disagree slightly? I think that's the reason they were comfortable delaying it the first time was because they were counting on it and banking on it being huge. No. I understand that. I completely agree with that. But I don't think they expected the way that people were gonna play in a comparison sake. So that I think they expected people to play the same way that all the previous Animal Crossing games were played. They also probably a 99.9% chance that they, or more, that they did not intend for this to come out during a pandemic. So because of that, most people they're playing are people that weren't necessarily playing the game in the first place. So we bought this game. This game, well, no, we didn't buy this game. We ended up having to buy another copy for her Switch, my wife's Switch, that we got her a new Switch. But this game was gifted to me because we didn't have the money for it, and a friend of mine said, "Oh, here, I'll get you a copy." An old friend of mine, and so we, when I was gifted the code, in most cases, when I play a video game, I put it under my name, like under my Nintendo account. So that's cool. It's fine and dandy that is what it is. But the it in this case, I said I will not play this game. There's no way I'm going to play this more than a handful of hours, maybe like 5 hours, at most, maybe 10, and I'll be done. I'll move back over to Pokemon or maybe play Brawlhalla or something. I had no intention of playing this more than that. So, I ended up having a really hard time. I dealt with a lot of mental stress lately. And so I latched onto this game. So I ended up having the game. I've played Harvest Moon. I've played all the different buildy games. The Minecrafts and the Terraria. I've all the farming games with Harvest Moon and the You know, what's the one? Stardew Valley. I own Stardew Valley, and I just didn't get into it. So I knew for a fact this is not my kind of game. And yet, I am sitting at 560 hours in this game. I am not the intended audience for this game, and yet I have almost put, like, how many days worth straight into this? Someone added me as a friend, so I should probably add them. Who are you? Oh, right, Kid Boo from earlier. If you're still in here, I'm adding you. Kid Boo. You said this is also the first Animal Crossing to come out since the internet has been readily available to almost anyone. Almost could make an argument for the 3DS games. Feel like high-speed internet still wasn't widespread, especially in rural areas. And anecdotally, I found a lot of games on the 3DS confusing when it came to online, or at least very slow and clunky. I mean, that's just Switch games. That's Nintendo in general. Online in Nintendo games is kind of atrocious. Like just the background, the background coding and the way that they do things. If I invite someone to an island, I have to use an app if I want to verbally talk to them. It's kind of terrible, but with things like Discord around and chats and different things, Bertha is just having so much fun in here. It's just so nice. I'm usually in here by myself, so it's nice to just have one of the villagers looking around, watching the butterflies with me. But no, I completely agree. Like, I feel like you're right. 3DS era, you know, ended a few years ago. I mean, the fact that we have to use friend codes in an online app to talk to each other is ridiculous. It's 2020. I don't think chat system. Looking for Lou. Hello to you too. We're kind of at the end of the stream and just kind of chatting, so feel free to join the conversation. So, I'm thinking that so tomorrow I'll have that ramp built, and we'll have moved Flurry. We're moving Kabuki tomorrow, Bertha the next day, and then Ruby the day after that. And then that means that the only ones that need to be moved are the ones that are on the beach, which means they're actually out of the way, and I can move them at my leisure. So I'll be ready to have visitors, hopefully, next week. However, Lyman is moving out starting tomorrow. He will be in boxes tomorrow. He asked to leave, and we said, sure, why not? He was one of our first villagers. He has one of the basic build houses, so he's literally one of the two first villagers. Him and Phoebe were the two first ones. And I like Phoebe, but if she were to ask to leave, I'd probably be like, cool. You know, but if I found her again, I'd probably take her. So, you know, it's one of those, you know, to be able to get her proper house. In the meantime, though, Lyman was so nice. He's such a nice guy for being, like, one of the jocks. He's not smug, he's a jock, so he just wants to work out and play sports. He tries to work out all the time. But we're gonna go after one of my dreamies. I've got a bunch on my mind that I would be okay with if I were to see them and go, yeah, that's the one I'll take. I might get them on my first try for all I know, and then I've got a bunch of stuff to do after that. You got Biff, and that was your exact reaction to him. Yeah, Biff is nice. Like, it's like, he's okay. There's nothing wrong with the jock characters. They're nice. They're not really mean characters. They just work out, and they generally just kind of do their thing. And I don't think that they've had any issues with any of my other villagers. So, cool. Honestly. Just trying to you kind of expected the jocks to be a jerk. I did too, honestly. Well, here's the thing. Like, then there's Phoebe. Phoebe is sisterly. She's yeah, she's this yellow ostrich, but like I'm pretty sure she's a peacock. Honestly, she's a peacock, but she's considered an ostrich character. She was my other starter. But her and I get along super well. She always seems to have problems with like uh, Bertha, which is in here with me. But this is Bertha. Bertha's super nice, but she always wants to play pranks on Bertha. And she always says, "Oh, I'm gonna give you this item. You can give it to Bertha as a prank." And you give it to Bertha, and Bertha's like, "Oh my god, I love it. I'm wearing it right now." So, I don't know. Especially since Phoebe was in Bertha's house the other day, just hanging out at her house. So I don't know. But either way, she was always super nice to me. She's sisterly, so she's super nice to the player character, but might be a jerk to other villagers, potentially. Depending on the character. Otherwise, we're just sitting in a butterfly garden. Looking for Lou if you wanted to join the conversation. We're just, like I said, we're just chatting. We have a bunch of people watching over on YouTube, it looks like. Feel free to join the conversation. I don't bite. I actually like to chat with my community. When villagers don't get along, does it help with separating their houses, or is it just because they're on the same island? Same island. They're sharing an island. I actually, when they don't get along, got distracted. Got some people on your island. Oh, cool. Yeah. Honestly, once I was mentioning earlier, I don't know if you heard, but I'm moving a bunch of houses over the next week, basically, and my island is a mess, so people are like, "Oh, what's your dodo code?" I'm like, I'm not having visitors right now, unless I'm making money off of it at the moment, because my island's a mess. I do not want people dealing and seeing my house movement for themselves. Like, I'll show it to you on the stream, by all means. But I don't want people actually on the island, at the moment at least. Ooh. Blathers is probably my favorite special villager. He's awake all night, sleeps during the day. He's pretty cool about everything. So, what I'm doing is I'm moving all the houses into their individual yards, as you can see. Like, Bertha's gonna go right here. She's got a little book nook. She likes books, so I've already got her set up, ready to go. This is Flurry's moving here. Phoebe's little area. And then we've got things like O'Hare's house, which I still need to work with, but I gave him a nice yard. Bertha is going to move back that way, like I said. This will be Ruby's home. This will be Kabuki's home. It makes sense knowing that she's very spacey themed, because she's a white rabbit on the moon, basically. And Kabuki is all about that Japanese aesthetic. I just happen to have that extra katana from a set that I couldn't find a place to put it, and it was white, so it was perfect for the white kitty. This is Kabuki. He's actually cranky, but because they've toned down all of the characters, cranky still means that he has fun, and he's super nice and chill. Yeah, see, and the way he talks too, his saying is Mio O. So I always, in my mind, I hear it as like George Takei's voice. So that's fun. Mio O. Oh my. Sprinkle skill crafting. When you start a thing, there's 3 hours. So she has been crafting. She'll stop any minute now. Oh, she may have actually just officially stopped. Cranky villagers are the best. I don't know. I actually like smug villagers. Smug villagers are fun for me. Like I like O'Hare, for instance. Looks like Bertha went home. I saw her in the museum, and she came straight home from the look of it. Got the Sphinx here. There we go. That's a little better. I think that we stayed an extra hour on the stream, so I ain't mad about that, but I think that I probably need to go do, like, chores, or be actually productive with my life. Yeah, it's an orange and a pink that grew today, and we got a couple of black ones that grew up at the top up there that are new. So I'm excited about new things. This is a pink or an orange? I think it's an orange. Yeah, it's an orange. It was one of these, which I'm fine with. I always like coming and seeing what new hybrids I got. This is probably the black lilies here. We grew one. Didn't get any new gold or anything, but that's okay. The coconuts all grew back, which means my wife will steal them all. What is on our Nook Miles list before we go? Oh yeah, selling shells. I have to sell 10. So I'll just gather shells on the beach. 2, 3. I never really do the shell items much, so I don't collect shells often. I just leave them. A lot of these items are gonna probably go over to the villager side. They're hanging out here for now. What's wrong, baby? For a baseball cap. Awesome, thanks. 1260. That's way too high. Oh, yeah. Okay. Trying to get some profit. That extra 400 bells. What I paid for it. Oh wait, I paid way less than that. You're right. Sorry about that. Thanks, Phoebe. Ruby is dozing under the tree. Found this epic relaxed spot during my walks when taking a break. She's a good girl. She's a very good girl. The 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. So perfect. What else was there? I have to catch 2 more bugs. I'm not gonna plant trees. I have too many trees. I'll probably not find a killifish at all today. And I probably won't find a wharf roach because I'm not doing any other islands. So we'll at least get the bugs. Wherever they may be. There's one right here. One. There's a long locust that'll work for the. We're doing that at least. And spending money to buy 5,000 in items, which I will actually do under the Nook shopping later, most likely. I want to sell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll get those in there. Perfect. 2,400. Oh, yeah. Ta-da! Oh yeah, if I pop a balloon somewhere along the way, then cool. Whatever. No big deal. So one thing that I'm gonna start trying to scout for is I got those electric poles, and I want to try to figure out where I want to put them. I probably want to put one in here, like right here would be good. I just want it to look like Japan, and those electric poles, which I honestly, since we're doing the big one, the hunt on Thursday, we could probably see the electric poles now. Power poles. I don't remember what they're actually called in the game. Utility pole. And if we want it to really look like Japan, we have to have a lot of these. We're going to be putting some in the village as well. And same with the marketplace decorations. I'll have one on hand, just to be on the safe side. I keep saying, oh, one more project, one more project. This is how I got 500 and something hours in this game. Because one more project, constantly. Hey Diva, refreshing the lurk, encrypted fam. It's not terrible, I don't hate it. I feel like there might be a better place to put it, but not bad for what it is. We can put the floor light right underneath. Actually, we're gonna put the floor light in front of here. Ah, yeah. Perfect. The utility pole. I gave myself the cramped walking space, so there's only so much room. Maybe one right here? Yeah, that could work. It's not a bad idea to put one right here. Let's see what it looks like because of this fish. Winters, Dwayne. Hello. Hello to you too. I don't like it because it's on the fish. Like, it's all about the aesthetics with me. And unfortunately, that means that you don't put anything on my fish. I can put one right here, however. Perfect. Right here. And then let's see if this takes up a lot of room right here, or if there's still walking space. There is still walking space. Okay. Do I want this way, or this? Let's go this way, because it'll be symmetrical with that one a little bit. You know, we could probably even go right here. I don't hate it. feel like I need one up on the top area. I just don't know where I would put it. Because I kind of made a nice, easygoing method here. The only thing I could think of is maybe like 2 in, maybe. I wouldn't mind having one on this upper layer. I just don't know where I would put it. Or if I would maybe do it a little differently. Instead of every 3, doing it every 2. And then I could put a couple of power poles that way. That's a little bit more of an undertaking than I want to do at this exact moment, but that's probably my best bet, is to do it as, like, 2 in, and then, like, do that sign, like, here instead. And then 2 in, and then do a power pole, 2 in, do another power pole, and then, like, the lanterns at the last 2. That probably would be my best, safest bet. But again, that's just too much of an undertaking at this exact you know, putting a pole here isn't a bad idea. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Gotta rebuild a wall. Okay. Try this again. Ability pull. There we go. Perfect. And then put the street organ back. Yeah, that could work. I don't hate it. That puts some around town. I feel like I want one more, I just don't know where. Maybe here? That's not bad. Yeah. That's actually pretty good. Especially since we have one over here as well. Alright. That works. And then... actually, I think I have the ability to pull this out. We can replace one of those panels that I have there. With a utility pole. And then put one of the panels back. It's not the worst idea I've ever had. The only thing I might do differently is come back out. You put the panel first. And then you do the thing. Utility pole. No room. Utility pole. Gotta take this one so I can spin it. Do I want it this way or do I want it that way? We want it this way. And then triple panel back. And then push this back into place. Maybe. I don't hate it. The only thing I might do differently would be pull this out one. Just, and then up against there. Sure, that works. And then push that up against it. Is there a way to push the arcade? No. Nope, that's as far as that goes. Okay. That works for me. And then, other than that, we've got like 1 or 2 power poles left. Or utility poles left. Got 2. So 1 is definitely going to go in the plaza here. For sure. Whether or not the other one goes there as well, it remains to be seen. I'm okay with this. I don't hate it. It also looks like, you know, the neighborhood has power. We have the marketplace things, but they take up so much room. Like, it takes 3, I think? 3 full slots? Because it's got the you can't go under it, you have to go around it this way. So I'll have to tinker with that a little more. I might end up doing one, like, where this bush is. Basically, like, removing these 2 bushes, and then putting the marketplace banner there. Or I might put it somewhere in here. This is also going to get a huge revamp once all the houses move. So I don't know. We also have to figure out what to do with this screen. It's the tiger screen. Tiger screen can find a home somewhere. I'm sure of it. It takes more room than we've got here. It needs way more than I'm giving it credit for. It's a good place for it for now. I'll find a better place for it. But that's fine, because we've got the other one over on this wall right now. That'll work. That'll be fine for now. Lyman and Punchy just having a cup of tea with each other, hanging out. Just bros on his last day there. Alright. And go inside, clean up my inventory, and then that'll be the end of the stream. I believe. Probably. Most likely. Probably. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all saw this, because I didn't do it on my main stream. I did it on one of my bonus episodes. But I have my geeky gamer room of sorts. My nerd room. With my galaxy flooring. I gotta get a chair for the desk. But other than that, I got the couch. We got a couple laptops hanging out. We got the sound system here, which is not set to play any music from the look of it. Because I have the radio. I wanted to be able to have the high quality stereo, but unfortunately it only uses your albums. You can't just be like, radio please. Yeah. KK Sky actually just got pretty good. Oh yeah, the geek room. Oh heck yeah, yeah. This is the nerd room, the nerd hangout. One thing that I might do on one of my little bonus streams is fix up my wildlife room. Everything needs to be rearranged. Lightning Smash Bros. Oh hi, Pokemon lover. Thank you for the follow, Lightning Smash Bros. I am a Pokemon player, but at the moment I'm an Animal Crossing player as well. You love Pokemon also? Yeah, don't get me wrong. Pokemon, I grew up with Pokemon. I started with Red and Blue. I actually started with Blue, to be fair. I started with Blue way back when it came out, basically. Like, the Christmas after it came out. I didn't get it, like, the September it came out. It was, I think it was, what, September 27th that it came out, so I got it that Christmas. But I've basically been playing since then. And then I started playing the Pokemon cards soon after when they came to America in '99, and that's where I got into the card game. I was a pretty good player way back when on the cards. Now I'm mediocre. Don't get me wrong. I know how to play. I can kick my wife's butt at it any day of the week. Um, Omega Ruby was your first video game. Wow. So, very good game. Awesome game. Welcome to the stream. I'm easily double your age, to be fair. From the sound of it. From the sound of it. But, I mean, I was, what, 11 when the first Pokemon games came out. Fire Red? Fire Red's very good. So, people always talk bad about like Fire Red and Leaf Green because there wasn't a ton to do. You know, like there was the Sevi Islands that was still very good, but I actually liked it. It was since it was the first real remake out of the Pokemon games. I might as well just sit and chat with y'all since y'all are talking right now. Yeah, Pokemon was it still is like my favorite franchise. I played through the newest generation, love it. I will next month. I'll be getting the DLC, so I'll be playing those on stream. I'll take a break from Animal Crossing a month from now to play Pokemon and the DLC and all that. And then it's I mean, what can you really say? I'm a Pokemon fan. My favorites, though, if you're wanting to know what my favorite is, my favorite Pokemon game has to be Heart Gold Soul Silver. By far, they are my number one top dogs. Just the best, in my opinion. I would tell you in a heartbeat if you're into the older games. That was what, this fourth generation technically, worth playing. It still holds up to this day very well. You loved the islands, sink hundreds of hours into the game. My only issue was that it's hard to level up before the Elite Four since Victory Road doesn't have as strong Pokemon. You're right, honestly, but the thing is that it definitely took a page from the original Pokemon games. The original Red and Blue and Yellow were hard games to play. They were so good, but you know, I trying to play back on them. Like, people are very nostalgic about old games, and don't get me wrong, I am too. But if you go back, it is actually it's hard to play nowadays, especially because there's a lot of stupid little quality of life features that have been added to the series since then. that you kind of expect to have now that just didn't exist back then. Like, your box changing. Like, you fill up a box, you have to manually go change a box, because if you try to catch something and don't know your box is full, then you don't catch that Pokemon. Next Pokemon professor is Professor Chime. Thank you. What I'm going for. It's what I'm going for. I am your local neighborhood, friendly neighborhood Pokemon professor. But I'm more, it's one of those, they always say those who can't do teach. I'm not a pro player. I'm not a shiny hunter. I'm not any of those. I don't have enough time. I wouldn't mind it, but I just don't have the time or patience as I've gotten older to do those things. However, my head is full of trivia, and my head is full of knowing how to find the answers to those that are there. Wow. We have block user, there we go. We had a bots, block user. Oh god, we are getting hit with bots. Hold on, I can actually probably solve this. They keep attacking. Hold on, I actually might be able to solve this. Let me see if I can. Go missing, no. Yeah, like Stream Elements is my bot. Don't get me wrong. I blocked one and 5 more showed up. It's like a friggin' Hydra. Hold on, I'm just blocking all of those. Where block? There we go. Aha! It was super effective. Use glitch on all the scam bots. Yeah, yeah, my Stream Elements bot is my real bot. That is my bot. And I have automated messages, so it looks like it's dropping a couple of those right now. All the spam bots fainted. Absolutely. It was super effective. And there we go. Cool. So, yeah, otherwise, yeah, I'm more of a trivia nut. So I love talking about Pokemon. I love collecting Pokemon. The games, the cards, the toys. I've got binders upon binders full of my singles that are just crazy amount of cards that most people just don't think about, all the way back from my childhood all the way to like some of the newer sets, all the newer sets. And I'm OCD, but I'm clearly not a completionist. At least not currently. I used to be. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those, I collect like Funko Pops, so I've been collecting all of the Pokemon Funko Pops, I've been collecting all of the Day with Pikachus, and Afternoon with Eevee Funkos. I actually ordered today the Glaceon Day with the Afternoon with Eevee Funko for myself, so I'm excited to get that for my collection, because I've been getting them all. Just collected the holo cards because they're shiny. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it makes it easier if you're not trying to be a completionist. Sometimes it's just oh, these are my cute cards. I'm looking for loot. You said still got a binder that's still heavy. You could kill someone with it, full of cards. So I have several of those binders. I can see 3 from where I'm sitting right now. And those are the kind of hefty binders that you would use in an old Looney Tunes cartoon to squish someone. Yeah. But otherwise, no, like, it's one of those, like, Animal Crossing normally isn't my kind of game. So I'm usually out here playing Pokemon or Brawlhalla, maybe a little Rocket League. Terrible at Rocket League. To be fair, I'm mediocre at Rocket League. I know how to play. That's the extent of my Rocket League. I would not be a pro player. Used to go to the local tourney and lugging that thing there. The bus was a nightmare. I remember when I was a kid, so this was in the 90s. Is anyone good at Rocket League? There was a guy I was watching, one of the guys that are in my, I'm actually on a team. I'm part of the stream team for Encrypted Gaming. One of the guys there was playing Rocket League, and he was pretty fantastic. He could easily wipe the floor with me if I played him. I watched him play. Like, he claimed that he was okay, and I'm like, no, you're good. Like, yeah, I've seen ridiculously good things. I actually went to the Rocket League Championships a few years back, and I was sitting in the audience and watched some of the crazy plays. But, like, this kid was good. This guy was real good. Yeah, another fun fact about me, I'm a game journalist. I've been a game journalist for like 13 years now. Yeah, 13 years this month. So in about 6 days is my anniversary of being a game journalist. And it's been a long ride, but I've been to a lot of events, and I used to cover esports, so some people are like really, really good at what they do. And there's a reason they're paid thousands of dollars to play in these tournaments. Thousands to millions. And I am not that good. I am okay at some games. The CEO over at Encrypted Gaming saw me playing Brawlhalla, and he was like, dude, you need to be playing Brawlhalla for us, or, as one of our Brawlhalla people. And I said, no, I hate the community. Community is toxic. I stay away from toxic communities. So I play Brawlhalla once in a blue moon now, and still beat their best Brawlhalla player a couple of times. He actually beat me, but once he figured out how to face me. Yeah, when a community ruins a game. Hi, from the Pokemon community. I was one of the people that was perfectly fine with Sword and Shield. I loved it. But, somehow the old guard always is louder than the majority when it comes to games. But, the Pokemon community's been complaining about Pokemon games since, 5th generation. To be fair, I remember there were Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum were the epitome of games, and for them, which Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum are actually my least favorite games, and there's actually a valid reason why. I'll explain here in a minute. But then I remember 5th generation was terrible because it blocked you out of getting any Pokemon that weren't from Unova until after you beat the game. And so that was a big thing in the community. 6th generation came around, X and Y, and they were like, oh, this is, it's such a lame story. I'm like, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with the game. It's fine. It's, weird, but it's fine. And then Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon was a good game, but I feel like if I had known that Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were coming out the next year, I would have waited. Because I'm sad that I had to play the exact same game twice. And it was 2 games and 2 games, so it made it sound like it was a sequel. No, it was just straight up the same game. It was the enhanced editions again. So it makes me happy that Sword and Shield has DLC, because Sword and Shield kind of burned me out on that. But I am super happy with having DLC. That I only have to pay was it $30, $40, somewhere in there? I don't know. I still have to pay for it. And then a lot of Black and White just didn't stick for me. The game itself was fun. Same with X and Y. I'd rather have a DLC than having the same game over again with some new stuff. Yeah, back in the day when an enhanced remake really did change some things, like when Yellow, because Yellow's the exact same game, but with the anime face paint, basically. So that was a cool thing. It was a gimmick, but it was a cool thing. When, honestly, Emerald, enhanced versions are always better. Don't get me wrong, Emerald is better than Ruby and Sapphire, and, they are always better, but the fact that they give you the first one, and then just a slightly better version of the same one, always got to me, but I still bought them. The one generation I did skip was 4, it's specifically Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. But the valid reason why I don't have the same nostalgic value for these games is because I was in college. I was a broke college student. In 2007, when those games came out, I was heading into college. I took a year off and I became broke. So I graduated 2006, took a year off. 2007 came around. I went into college, and then Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum were all coming out around that time, that next year and a half after that. And I didn't have the money for any of them. So I didn't buy any Pokemon games. I was still playing, at the time, Sapphire? No, I was playing Fire Red, actually. Now that I think about it. I was playing Fire Red and Sapphire and all that. So I was perfectly fine with my older games to get me through college. And then I got out of college, or I was getting out of college, right as the Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out. So I got those. So I flat out skipped the Sinnoh region entirely. And so trying to play back on it, like, I had some people that just completely ribbed me for not playing them. So I picked up a copy of Pearl. And I can tell you right now, I couldn't get barely past the second town before I went, I am so done with this. I know that this is supposed to be a good game, but it is such a slog. I was playing for hours, and I just could not bring myself to keep playing. And then it had several people after that, they're like, oh, you shouldn't have gotten Pearl. Pearl and Diamond are terrible. You need to get Platinum. I'm like, well, I have Pearl. I don't need to, I didn't think I needed to buy a completely different $60 game, because trying to find it at the time, it was expensive, when I have one of the editions. So that's probably a generation I will not play unless they make a remake, which they likely will. They've definitely been hinting at it. And if they make it as a remake, then I will definitely get it. Don't get me wrong. I just don't have the same nostalgic value that some of the kids that grew up with it did. Because I was a college student when that came out. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum blew you away. You were like 12, and it was the craziest Pokemon thing you'd ever seen. So yeah, it sounds like you're in your mid-20s, based on what you just said in your age. You think Gen 8 will bring Diamond, Pearl, Platinum? I think that you're probably right, and there's a lot of hints. No, never, ever, ever base your assumptions based on those things. There is no actual rhyme or reason to trying to come up with that. I can tell you right now, I know where you're going with that. There's no rhyme or reason. What it is they're hinting at it with things that are in Galar. And the things that are being hinted at are heavily influenced by Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Very specifically, go back to the DLC trailer and start looking at some of the key details for the DLC that's coming. First off, there's an underground. That's an obvious reference to Gen 4. Sun and Moon brought some hints. Yeah, Sun and Moon brought a couple hints, don't get me wrong, but Galar really started to hint, especially in this newest trailer and for the DLC, all the trailers that are coming out. The lab books. Oh, I mean, I'm sure. But the fact that we have 2 new Reggies is a big hint, because that could hint at Regigigas. We've got a bunch of different, like, new costume, like, outfit kind of parts. So when they announced the DLC, I think it was like an E3 presentation or a Pokemon Direct or something. Whatever it was that they announced the DLC, watch that trailer. Yeah, there's 2 new Reggies coming. We don't know the names of them. We just know that they're clearly, like, one looks like it could be electric, and one could be like dark. Yeah, E3 last year. I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about last year, or like beginning of this year or something. Thank you, Stream Elements bot, chat bot. I do not have a dodo code. People ask constantly, so I just decided to make it an automated thing. Reggie still better be with them. So we don't know. We don't know anything about some of these little hints that they've been showing. But it's clear that they've been hinting. Like, some of the outfit things are very obviously hinting at, I think, like, Gen 4 and Gen 5. I think I saw, like, was it, like, Faba? Not Faba. What is what is the scientist from, Gen 4? I cannot remember. But there were little costume hints from different things in that trailer as well. And the underground is a big hint because of Gen 4. So yes, I clearly think that we are getting one in Gen 8, but not based on any pattern or anything, you know? So that's my best theory. Take it or leave it kind of thing. It's based on seeing what's coming in the DLC that might be slowly hinting at more to come with this generation, but there's just no way to know. Wish we could get a new Pokemon Ranger game, but I don't know how they'd pull it off with the Switch. You know, it could just be a remake of the original Ranger game, similar to what they did with Mystery Dungeon. Could be as simple as that. I want an eventual Pokemon Snap sequel. Registeel is actually good compared to the others. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, if we have Reggies, we're gonna probably get at least Regigigas, at the least. So there's no telling what Reggies will have access to in the near future. So his underling should replace the king of all Reggies, is what you're saying? Make Regigigas smaller and bam. No, that doesn't make sense to the mythology at all. Either way, I have been playing an extra hour and a half streaming here than I intended to. I still have chores to do around the house. Still need to play new Mystery Dungeon since the OG game was one of my faves. I actually didn't play the original Mystery Dungeon, but I played the demo of the new one. I actually really liked it. Like I said, Mystery Dungeon would have been coming out around the time that I was getting out of high school and college, so it never really appealed to me to grab in the same way, because I think the first one came out on the Advance. Yeah, so it would have been like, let's see, when did Mystery Dungeon? If it's when I think it was the first release was 2005. I would have been a junior in high school when this came out. Actually, no, 2005? No, I would have been a senior. I would have been trying to get out of high school, so that's probably why I didn't pick it up. That would make sense. Looking at it here. Floors of Sky was peak Mystery Dungeon, though. Haven't been super impressed with any of them since, to be honest. Honestly, I did like the demo. I played through the demo on, like on stream or something the day it came out. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. It feels like it would be the kind of game that would be super grindy. And I know it is because I follow everyone that did play it, and they were like, cool. Yeah, if you need to go, you should. Adult stuff is important. Yeah, adult stuff is everything I do nowadays in my life, other than play Animal Crossing. It is grindy, yeah. I don't, Pokemon games, I'm going to be blasphemous when I say I actually like the lack of grind that newer Pokemon games have. And it's only because of my old age. I'm going to say it's because I'm old. In my youth, I was fine with the grind. But as I got older, I don't want to sit and do the same exact thing for hours and hours and hours. Like, even on Animal Crossing, you'll notice that I do different things throughout the whole stream. It never actually feels like a grind to build my island or to do things. Once in a blue moon, I'm like, this is a slog trying to get, like, pathways down. But that's about it. Because a lot of good Pokemon are cut before DLC. What do you mean? Are you talking about, like, that nothing was cut per se? They were just not included in the new game. Yet. And they will be. It was really, honestly, fantastic. People always, this kind of goes with the grind thing. Why I'm not a shiny hunter. Why I don't have a completed Pokedex, to be fair. I will, don't get me wrong. I just don't yet. But I actually, like, I collect, like, event Pokemon, so where people are like, oh, well, I have a completed living dex, I'm just like, yeah, well, I have a real, original, shiny Umbreon from the 10th anniversary of the games in, 2006? You had to go to a mall to get it, kind of deal. And it was only available in certain places. I had to go to a completely different county to even get it. So I'm one of those guys. I like having unique things, not grindy things. Mystery Dungeon's the only game that has grind that I like most of the time. I'm the same, it's annoying. Probably why going back to Fire Red was rough, since it's a grind. Yeah. And that's actually probably why I really liked Let's Go. The Pokemon Let's Go games. I really did like that. And it's because it didn't feel grindy. It was very, very casual. Very chill, very relaxed. I am basically... The things that I like are the things that people tell me on the regular that I am not allowed to like. And it's because I am old. It all boils down to my age at this point. I want to be able to relax, casually play a game. That's why I've been playing Animal Crossing so much, because I can work on making an island, or I can be like, oh, well, I'm going after a specific recipe in this game. And that's, at that point I go hunting for it through, like, Nookazon, or, the marketplace that people have set up here. So, that's what it really comes down to. In my youth, I was fine with the grind, but now that I'm in my 30s, I just can't do it. I just can't do it at all. I play Pokemon games nowadays for the story, for the lore, for the excitement, essentially, of new things. I don't try to hold on to things like a living dex. I still have my living dex. Well, not a completed one, but everything that came from Pokemon Bank definitely got moved over to Pokemon Home. But it's very casual in comparison. The way that I play the games nowadays, I just want to be able to enjoy the trivia. Be able to say, hey, I can tell you this, and this. This is how you do it. This is what you should do to be able to make something work right. But those who cannot do teach. It's an old saying, and that's why I'm the professor. That's not why that's why I'm not Pokemon Master Chime, Pokemon Trainer Chime, or Bird Keeper Chime. All these different YouTubers out there go for the trainer titles. I went for the professor title because the professor gets to sit in the lab and just study. Just gets to hang out. He doesn't have to go on the grinding adventure. He gets to hang out, answer questions as asked, and call it a day. We've always played Pokemon for the plot. Never got why people thought it was something stupid or to be mocked. Honestly, some of the plots are kind of lame. I'll be honest. Some of them, you just go, ugh, really? Alright. So, he's an orphan that was adopted by a cult? Okay, cool. And now he's their king. I guess. Cool. If you know exactly what game I'm talking about. And people always say, this is the best story. And I'm like, it's alright. There's nothing wrong with it. It's weird. I would say my favorite story-wise is probably Gen 2, or Gen 3. I actually did like Gen 3, because it's a case of the evil teams not understanding that they're going to destroy the world by doing what they're doing. Whereas Gen 4, what's his name, Cyrus, is just flat out like, I would like to completely recreate the entire universe. Reboot the universe. Like, no? Thanos? No thank you? I don't know. I'm just, I'm old, I'm jaded, and I just like what I like. Kind of deal. Don't get me wrong, I would enjoy any of the stories, but some of them are kind of weird. However, I am now an hour 45 after my scheduled actual streaming time. So I'm going to call it a day. I may stream again tomorrow for all I know. But my next schedule, just so you know, my official schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is my official ones, but I do have official, or unofficial bonus episodes that I do. And I do them often. I do them even more often than the official ones. I just don't want to set myself as a time when I feel like doing something at 11 o'clock at night or something. So, if you have me followed over on, it looks like most of you are on Twitch right now. If you're over on YouTube, hit the notification bell. I see some of you over on YouTube as well. Hit the notification bell there. Hit the follow on Twitch. If you're on Mixer, hit the follow as well. Or Facebook, You can like the page, and you'll get notifications, and all. You can follow it, blah blah blah. Either way, check Twitter. Twitter is where when I go live, it sends an automatic tweet, so you know. But other than that, thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for chatting. It's always good to chat with the community, be able to talk about things that I like, and be able to just chill and play a game and chat about Pokemon. It's a good day when that happens, honestly. So, everyone out there, stay safe. And I will catch you on the next stream. Other than that, stay cool, trainers, and have a great day.